Okay.
Good morning, everyone. It is our Monday conversation. Father Pat is here after a busy weekend. Father, I want to hear from you this morning. Not I, but we all want to hear from you this morning about the festival this weekend and your thoughts about how it went, and also your homily from Sunday.
Yeah. So the festival was great. Oh, it was fantastic. It's there's something special about these events we're having here post-COVID as we come out of the COVID pandemic. There's just it just seems to me, I don't know if it's just me or the whole thing, that just a more fun-filled, community-filled atmosphere at all of our events. People are really excited to be out. We had great crowds. Starting, the festival kicked off at 11 o'clock, and we had this dance school performing on our main stage there in the event center, and we filled the event center there. And throughout the day, we had all sorts of children's games going on. I guess when they probably got the largest crowd, we held off the rain until a little bit after 2 o'clock. And then they all moved into Domec, and didn't miss a beat. Everybody was still having fun inside Domec despite the rain. The rain did hold off for our trunk or treat. The one thing we were hard to, how do you move those cars inside, right? So heard a lot from our vendors that they did better than they expected, and we thank all the people that supported our vendors that were out under the pavilion. So it was just a great time. And then, of course, it's capped off our mass celebration that evening, and all weekend, right? We celebrated the feast day of our patron saint, Saint Simon and Jude. And then our barbecue and bingo dinner was a great success. We had to close the door because we had so many people. I know we turned a couple of families away. Apologize for that, but ran out of food, ran out of space. I guess that's one of those great problems to have, but everybody just had a great time. The auction really went well. So, my main objective in the festival is just that we come together as a community and have a good time. And we certainly succeeded on that count. Our mass celebrations this weekend were also, there was just something special about it as we celebrated our patron saints' feast days. In my homily, I talked about how we are all commissioned to become apostles. What is an apostle? It's one who's sent. It's one who's sent to go forth and make disciples. And in our baptism, we are all sent by Christ to make disciples. That is our lifelong mission. That is the mission of our parish. And what I mentioned in the homily was that making disciples has to start with trust, has to start with building the trust of the other person, inviting them to the church, inviting them back to the church for those who have left, but just sharing our own personal faith, sharing our own trust in our Lord Jesus Christ, sharing our own experiences of how Jesus Christ is moving in our life. And we've got to start there. We certainly have to talk about the truths of our faith. We certainly have to uphold the truths, the moral truths, the theological truths. We certainly have to hold those up, but we have to do it in an environment of trust. We have to establish that trust first before we can preach the truth. And some of us over this last few years has been frustrated with the Pope and the bishop and some of the things they've said and some of the things they've done. And at the end of the day, we got to remember that it's not the Pope, it's not the bishops, it's not any of that holds us together as a church. It's Jesus Christ, right? As Paul said in our second reading, he is the capstone. He is that stone that holds us together as the church. And that's where we got to put our faith. That's where we've got to put our trust. We all have to go out and just continue to make disciples by sharing the great joy we have in trusting in Jesus Christ, in our relationship with Jesus Christ.
And just to reiterate, one of the one of the steps that you emphasize on the path to discipleship is providing quality events. And so it's Saturday was the what you are talking about come to life.
Yeah, there was a great evangelism opportunity for us this weekend, right? We had a number of people here in the parish who don't go to the parish, who aren't Catholic, who aren't there, and just being able to present our campus, be able to present our community, be able to be welcoming and inviting, that is just so important, and that's really the main purpose of our parish is just to provide those events and for all of us to invite our neighbors, invite our friends, come together with our family to those events to just celebrate the love of Christ and share that love with our family, with our neighbors, with our friends around us.
And I know the October events will culminate Thursday night with the celebration of the Mass for our feast, the feast day of our Saints Simon and Jude.
Yeah, so our novena continues. We're at day 7 tonight, 6:30, sponsored by the Knights of Columbus and our youth organizations, the Boy Scouts, the American Heritage Girls, Cub Scouts, and so you can come join us in church tonight and tomorrow night at 6:30. Wednesday we'll culminate our novena with the 7 o'clock Mass. But come and join us. In fact, today's value that we select, that we reflect upon is welcoming neighbor, is Cardinal DiNardo telling us that we need to welcome all of our neighbors and celebrate the diversity of our community. And so come and join us for the novena. Then finally, Thursday night, we'll have a special Mass at 6:30, followed by a dinner to culminate our really month-long celebration of our patron saints, Saint Simon and Jude, and the 40th year anniversary of the dedication of the parish, the 42nd anniversary of our parish. So we've had a lot to celebrate this month, and it culminates with our celebration on our patron saints feast day on October 28th, Thursday. Come and join us.
Well, I'd say have a nice day off, but have a nice day.
Yeah. All right. Let's see it.
Bye-bye.